Hey everyone, it's Shady, and welcome to Tier 1 Clan Wars in Pokemon Planet. This it's all pre-recorded, so I'll be going over my thought process in every game. I played 7 games, I played 8 games, well, the last one I disconnected on, spoilers. But I'm not disheartened by that, it's just unfortunate. Anyways, this is the team. I'm using a BRELOOM team with Nasty Plot Crobat, which I was very excited to use because this thing has, when it gets set up, it almost has no switch-ins. Like, I can't name any, like, switch-in. I can come in on this and, like, recover off any damage that's been dealt to it. Anyways, we're doing Focus Sash Lead, Mach Punch, Bullet Seed, Rock Tomb, Swords Dance. And then we got the Weavile, Standard, Knockoff, and Pursuit. And we got the Nasty Plot Crobat, the Life Orb. And we got Defog Scissor because we need some hazard control since I'm putting Stealth Rock on my Gliscor. And finally, we're doing Assault Vest Slowking for the rain matchups. Oops. Anyways, here is our first game. I'm going to start playing. So it was a Gallade matchup, and I just clicked Bullet Seed because I had the Focus Sash and I could live any hit that it would attack me with. I was only afraid of Zen Headbutt, but as it turns out, they were Cycle Cut instead, so it was more fortunate for me. I did get 2 hits here, but Mach Punch was able to finish it off. BRELOOM has an amazing matchup in this game. I don't see one Pokemon that can come in and, like, and nothing can take a hit. He goes Milotic, which is weird. I was expecting Nidoking instead because Nidoking is naturally faster than any BRELOOM and resists Mach Punch. But he went Milotic, and then he goes into Magnezone, which is understandable, I guess, because it's the only grass resist he has. But I do get 5 hits, so that means Mach Punch comes in at the end and finishes it off. But he makes another switch. That's super weird because it's Milotic again, and Milotic does not appreciate Bullet Seed regardless if it's burned or not. So I do, like, at this point, I don't need to predict anything that I hit him with is gonna hurt. Only thing that I would need to switch out for is, like, if I wanted to keep Breloom alive, but at this point, it's done enough work that my other Pokemon could come in and finish the job for me. But my opponent's plays were pretty questionable, like this play where he goes Crawdon when he knows I have Mach Punch and I'm not Choice Lock. And he finally goes Nidoking. And I actually switch out here because I realized that after Nidoking's dead, my Breloom still goes in. I have a hard counter to this, which is also this Slowking. On this set, I have Power Gem over Signal Beam. I don't have Signal Beam yet, but Power Gem is still pretty strong against Crawdon. It 2 KOs it, but I can't really stick around when it comes in. But anyways, he goes Chansey. It's leftovers Chansey, so this is a less experienced player, or yeah, I guess a less experienced player. Anyways, I know he's going for Stealth Rock, so I just go in Breloom. At this point, I want to click Bullet Seed again because maybe he'll go Nidoking, but he doesn't. I took the chance because he didn't have an Eviolite. He also had a Water Pulse, which is very weird, but it was okay. I do have a Scizor with Defog that just sits on this thing, and I was afraid of it going for Soft Boiled, but at that point, I could just U-turn out into my Weavile. I click Defog, he clicks Water Pulse. I don't know why. I think that this might be Serene Grace. Looking back on it, Serene Grace Water Pulse for like the 60% confusion chance. Maybe. Anyways, I kill this with a Bullet Punch. What comes out next is probably the Nidoking for Flamethrower, yeah. And I just sack my my Scizor at that point, and he makes a double, which is pretty weird. At that point, I knew my Crobat pretty much destroyed his entire team after that. I just go Weavile and then Crobat to Giga Drain the Crawdon. That was a bit of a misplay on my part. I don't think I should have sacked my Scizor at that point. But I was never punished, so that's that. And he goes into Milotic here. I go for a knockoff. I know it's not going to kill, but I'd still take the damage. I'll have to finish this off with Crobat, which I do. He clicks his Dragon Tail. I have a Milotic of my own, and Milotic's pretty good in this tier. It's pretty underrated. That has Recover. It checks Rain, which is pretty nice. Rain's pretty big in tier 1. Anyways, at this point, I just go Crobat because most of the time people think it's physical. So they'll go for Scald, which exactly happens, so I can use that turn to Nasty Plot. Now, my Milotic is pretty specially bulky, so I expect it to live this. But it still does amazing damage, and since it's burned, it does kill on the next with burn damage. And then finally, I can finish it off with another Giga Drain to the Nidoking, and it should win. See, that was the first game. It was pretty nice. 4 minutes. Now I can skip across, and then I get a game instantly, actually. This person spawns in. Fortressly, this is a much harder game than before. I don't want to stay in because I want to keep my sash, but as it turns out, I don't really keep it for long because he clicks spikes, and I never get to defog in this game. It's another misplay on my part, but I get the Fortress down to sturdy, which is pretty nice. Now at this point, I'm thinking he has a Crawdon. He might expect a Psyshock, so I'm just going to Power Gem. And it turns out to be a good call because it does go into Crawdon. If I had Signal Beam, that Crawdon would be dead, but I have Power Gem. Power Gem serves itself to be pretty useful on like rain matchups with Pelipper and also Togekiss. I'm thinking about making it HP Electric because that would hit all 3 of the ones that I want to hit. Anyways, I could go Scizor here, but I don't want it to take spikes and then knock off and then die to the next knockoff, so I go BRELOOM. I think that was a pretty good play on my part because he does go for knockoff and I'm guaranteed living. And I can kill it with a Bullet Seed because I know this is choice locked. Now the obvious play here is for him to go into Gengar. I don't know if it's choice scarf, so even if I rock tuned, it wouldn't matter because it was still faster. But I do die, and I do die to the poison next turn. I get to pursue Traptis, which is pretty nice because Gengar is pretty problematic for my team aside from Assaultless Slowking taking care of it. So I do go there. I was thinking about setting up with my Crobat, but at that point I knew he had a Snorlax. So it's quite difficult to set up and then actually beat the Snorlax. My pursuit here is always killing, and I don't want to have an unnecessary Gengar I need to take care of later on. He goes into Crawdon here, which is pretty bad. So I go into Scizor. I have an Impish Scizor, so should live. And this turns out to actually be not choice banded, so I could have gone here way earlier. Still though, it's pretty risky. I should not have roosted there because Liquidation does have a defense drop chance. I should have just cut my losses and clicked U-turn, kept this as sack, which I do now. At this point, I go into Gliscor because it's the most neutral towards all of his Pokemon that are remaining. I expect maybe like Nidoking or even BRELOOM. But if he goes Nidoking, I do have a Slowking that's still around. Before I do that, I sack off my Scizor because I don't want him to make a double that could predict my Slowking switch. And then I go into Slowking, and at that point, Slowking, Psyshock completely destroys an entire team. Especially because the Snorlax turns out to be Assault Vest later on. So yeah, he does suck his Fortress. And then he goes into BRELOOM. At that point, I know that Crobat and Weavile can come in on this. He goes for Rock Tomb, which is fine. Actually, U-turn on this guy. So I can really bring in my Weavile and click Ice Shard. At the time, I forgot about Snorlax's Thick Fat ability, so it took nothing from my Ice Shard when I switched in, because that's the obvious switching. I don't want to take a mock punch, so took advantage of that and went into his resist. At this point, I still have a glide score, and Earthquake is looking super free. Before that, I think I clicked Stealth Rock. Yeah. Good to have for Crobat, because he continues to click Facade. So now I just click Earthquake. Doesn't matter who comes in. BRELOOM comes in. Pretty sure I just lose to Bullet Seed, so I let it go down. So now I know my Crobat and Weavile can win. Crobat, Weavile, Slowking in the back for Nidoking. This turns out to be Choice Scarf, actually. I should stop spoiling it for you guys, but I just want to tell you what I was thinking at that point. I did have suspicions of Choice Scarf, so I needed to keep my Slowking pretty healthy. Click Sludge Ball, he actually sacks this off, I'm pretty sure. Because at that point he sees that I have a Weavile and I have a presumably Choice Fanned Crobat. After he finds out on the special, I just let my Crobat go down. I try to see if Giga's Range does any damage or heals any damage that I can keep around. But it doesn't, which is okay. Slot finishes me off, but I do have Choice Band Knockoff that decimates both of the remaining Pokemon. Can't switch out here because if it does, it's Nidoking and then Snorlax right after. So his best bet is to try to win with Choice Scarf and Nidoking. South Rock didn't come into play that much, but it's okay. We still won this. And Slowking can finish it off at full health pretty easily. So we're 2-0. Pretty nice. Crobat's not doing as much work that I wanted it to do, but what can you do? Anyways, here's the next game against Noyon. He's a golden lead, but I've played this guy before. He's pretty good. So I know he's not going to switch it. I knew he was going to switch out because, of course, Golem always fears a Bullet Seed. Goes to Crobat. I got 5 hits, which is pretty nice. At this point, I know that I have a Choice Scarf. I mean, Focus Sash. I was fearing the Cross Poison, but he goes for U-Turn. I don't think Choice Band Crobats usually have Cross Poison. They might. I don't know. I don't really run Crobat that much. But yeah, he has a clear body Tentacle, which is like super nice for him because it doesn't lower his speed, meaning that he doesn't lose to the oncoming Bullet Seed. Since he's always faster, it should be faster. If you're not investing speed into your Tentacle, you're using Tentacle wrong. Anyways, I have the ultimate switch in, Slowking. At this point, Psyshock is very free. Like, Magnezone comes in, it's getting Flamethrower the next turn. Yep, he sets up Toxic Spikes, which is what I would have done. I would have sacked this, or I would have tried going into Golden and setting up rocks. He goes into Magnezone now, which is... Now this play was very questionable by me. I go into Gliscor because it's careful, that's obvious. And I can deduct if it's choice specs or not. It is choice specs. I click Earthquake because I know I'm faster. Because the choice spec Magnezone, if it was choice Scarf, I would have lived. I would have lived over 50%. Turns out to be Sturdy, which is like, wow. I was shocked by that. I was like, really? Sturdy Magnezone? Choice spec. It's a pretty cool tech, I'm not gonna lie. I used to run Sturdy Zone as well when I didn't have enough money for ability capsules. But either way, here's a Scizor, because I know I can just defog because it's choice locked. He doesn't expect to defog, he expects me to just kill with Bullet Punch. So now I'll take care of him with Bullet Punch. And he probably goes into his Azumarill next. At this point, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I just sack my Scizor. Because I know that my Crobat can come in and win. Or just, I just claim 2 Pokemon, I guess. He's smart about it, and he actually goes with BRELOOM, which is fine. I should have nasty plotted here. That was another misplay on my part. But in the end, it didn't really matter, because I ended up killing this, and then he went into his own Crobat. At this point, I'm thinking that Weavile can definitely win, and if I keep my BRELOOM healthy enough, it could clean up as well. So I do lose the speed tie, max speed. But at this point, my Weavile can come in with Quick Ice Shard infinitely. Probably gonna stack this off, yep. Because he doesn't want my Resident taking too much damage. Or the Gengar, which looks too soon. Yeah, I click Ice Shard here. I sack off my Azumarill because I know that Brilliant plus Soaking will probably win this. He clicks Player off, which tells me nothing because these guys are always choice banned. I wonder if he was running double choice band. Weavile and Crobat. I mean, Azumarill Crobat. I click Rock Tomb here just in case he goes into Gengar, which is probably choice scarf anyway, so I don't think it mattered. It goes into Gengar. I just click Rock Tomb again, but he's just gonna kill me with Shadow Ball. And I'm pretty sure Slowking always lives the Shadow Ball from even Specs variants, so pretty good win. Move on to game number 4. If I just let it finish off first. Move down here, and then this game is BRELOOM can completely destroy this guy. And so did Crobat. Actually, this is the first Crobat sweep. He clicked Gyro Ball, which is super weird. So I knew that both BRELOOM and Crobat completely destroy this guy. Going into this, I Swords Dance, expecting like a Gyro Ball maybe. He clicks Fire Fang, and he burns me, which is unfortunate. I just cut my losses and Bullet Seed. Offensive Steelix is super weird, but it's whatever. Those Bullet Seeds are equivalent to if I didn't even set up and raw Bullet Seed at turn 1. Anyways, I know that Crobat can completely win this game. No matter what he has, even Stone Edge. I'm pretty sure I live Stone Edge. Yeah, he clicks Thunder Fan. It does not do any damage. And I Giga Drain and gain most of it back. Not most of it. Well, yeah, I gain more than I lost. Those Azumarill actually Giga Drain here to get more HP and it kills. And that's pretty much it. Nice sweep for that. I was happy with this, even if it was like a lesser experienced player, I guess. Because I got to show off Crobat. It can hit some good benchmarks, like outgoing Azumarill with a Giga Drain, it's not bad. At +2, especially since it's not even stab, it's like 75 base power move. Finally, he has a Pinsir, which is weird. Underrated bug type though, I like Pinsir, it looks cool. We finish this off with a Heat Wave. So yeah, Crobat wins that game. I'm 4-0 now. GG Jimbo James. Here's the next match. Take a 1. Now I really bank on not getting flinched turn 1 by this Togekiss. And I looked at this team and I thought Crobat completely destroys it once it gets set up. Like yeah, this Rotom-off, Giga Drain, goes it up +2. But yeah, I get the non-flinch into Mach Punch, which is pretty good. Good turn 1, good turn 2 as well. It goes into Hawlucha. I just sack this off. He might have substituted, which is why I clicked Rock Tomb. He clicked Acrobatics, which is fine. Over here, I could have gone with Crobat, honestly. I'm pretty sure I lived. But at the same time, I didn't kill it back, so I just went Weavile and Ice Shard. I know he's going as a but what can you do? Actually, no, he's doing Rotom Launch. Not as a Rotom Launch is bulk your Pokemon. I really wanted to Oko this with a Giga Drain, but those games didn't turn out the way I wanted to. I go Slowking because I know that I live Volt Switch easily, and because it doesn't force him to bring out the Gengar, because if Gengar comes out, it's a yikes. I go Scizor. I try to scout what kind of variant he is. He might be Choice Scarf or a Swords Dance variant. I just U-turn here from a momentum. He goes into Rotom. At this point, I could have gone Crobat, but I don't know how much I took from a Volt Switch, and I'm pretty sure Quick Attack off which killed me. Anyways, I click Knockoff. He doesn't click Will-O-Wisp, which is weird. He opts for Momentum, which is fine. If it's not a Zoomeril, I can click Knockoff again, but it probably isn't Zoomeril. It actually triggers me, never mind. Oh yeah, because it's focusing, so I still click Knockoff. I lose my Pursuit Trapper, which is... Actually, no, I don't. With Swords Dance. I could have taken care of Gengar anyways. I didn't have my careful Blast Mode. And... Bullet Punch. Finish him off. I could have clicked U-turn there, but at that point, Rotom was at 7%. I'll just finish it off again. Bullet Punch. There were no rocks traded in this game. I went to Crobat now because I expect the Zoomeril to come out, or maybe the Crobat. I mean, yeah. I wanted to go with Crobat, that's what I meant. I was thinking about going with Crobat. But I was faster, which is weird. You should always be running speed on your Zoomeril as well. So I just sack my Slowking or see what he does. Looks a water type move, so pretty fine. I actually switch back into Scizor because I'd rather sack that off since my Weavile completely cleaned up after I sacked the Crobat. Looking back on it now, I should have made that play. I should have sacked the Slowking instead, so I could have the Careful Blast before the Gengar. That's what I was prioritizing at that point, because Gengar did look like a bit of a threat to me, with like a Choice Specs Icy Wind variant. But fortunately, people on Pokemon Planet don't run cool Gengar sets. They run standard Scarf. Anyways, this was very disappointing. I thought I could have won. I just clicked Nasty Plot and lived Aqua Jet on like at least like 60%, 55%. That would have done, but no. Yeah, 50%. My Crobat is pretty frail. It's like 15 HP, 12 defense. So I probably need it more. Anyways, this is free Earthquake. Yeah, because opposite is 50. At that point, I'm thinking I need to hustle because I have 3 Pokemon and they're all prone to getting damaged. I U-turn here. It's pretty hard, but I know that Weavile can Ice Shard through this entire team, especially after Glasgow lived and could get off a U-turn. So it preserves it as a sack later on. Let's click Ice Shard here. He probably goes. I was saying he would go into Gengar and try to proc the Cursed Body to stop me from doing anything else, but I do have a Glasgow in the back to sacrifice. At that point, I knew Slowking was pretty valuable as well, and could take at least 1 Acrobatics from Public. I go into Glasgow here, I sack it off. I actually go Slowking here because I don't want to proc the Cursed Body again. So I just Psy Shock because it destroys them as well. I should have clicked Surf here. Surf was probably far better because It hit Diggersby. But he doesn't make that play, and Diggersby does come out now. But at this point, I know that Weavile Ice Shard has no worries for getting like disabled or something. And there's no electric seed for probably to raise its defense on, so or electric terrain, so Ice Shard wins this pretty easily. I'm pretty sure that's game 5. Got 2 more games and then half a game, I guess. Yeah, once that's done, skip ahead and I get this Sun team. Where's it? Yep. Rotom Heat lead, which is pretty cool. I feel like a Choice Scarf Rotom Heat would have been better as a lead. Or as like a better Pokemon, but I guess defensive Rotom Heat is okay, I guess. Rocktomb actually 3-hit KOs, but he does kill me with Overheat. I feel like my opponent played this very poorly. Could have done things way more different to win, but I'm not complaining, I still get the win here. I look at Crobat and I look at his team, I think Crobat really does work his team out. And you get a chance to show that off. See, I was thinking about going for Pursuit there because I didn't want this to like come back at some other point. But at that point, it was already low, and I guess my opponent knew that it was pretty useless at this point since I had 4 Pokemon that completely destroyed it at that health. Anyways, this is Choice Scarf Infernape. I can tell by the U-turn. I went to Gliscor over Slowking because I didn't want, because it's the same resistances and I didn't want it taking like chip from U-turn. Anyways, he goes Venusaur, which is very weird because Spadef Gliscor is built to beat Venusaur. And he goes into his Roserade and clicks HP, I guess, to expect a Sizzler, but it's Black Sludge, so I know that it's not Leaf Storm or Life Orb Leaf Storm variants. Means I'm safe to click Earthquake again. I could have clicked U-turn there. I'm pretty sure that would have also killed, but it's all good. I click. Yeah, I do click U-turn. I was looking at myself, hovering over Stealth Rock. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Anyways, this is a Choice Band, and it's afraid of Brave Bird. So I click Nasty Plot, and here is where I was disappointed so much by this Crobat. It's a Torkoal, man. There's no Spadef investment at all. You should have killed that. No. God. Well, it still got the kill. It was 23 special attack, so what can you expect? I calculated later on, and I actually missed. I got a low roll. It was a 75% chance to kill, 25% chance not to kill. So pretty disappointing. Anyways, let's Choice Scarf. Clicks Flare Blitz. Actually, sack my Gliscor here. Actually, no, I clicked Psy Shock. Never mind, because I know Flare Blitz is not gonna kill, even if it's Sun boosted. I sack my Gliscor here. Yeah. Even though it has a good matchup versus Venusaur, it's an Under Sun, so pretty unfortunate. I click U-turn here for the momentum. It turns out not to be Choice Band. My mistake. It's probably Focus Sash, just like the others. At this point, I know the Slowking can completely destroy both of the Pokemon that are left. I'm expecting him to bring out Venusaur because it has super effective damage and Giga Drain. Fortunately, this is Assault Vest, and it takes less than half from Sun boosted Venusaur Giga Drain, which is hilarious. I was probably timid. There's no way Modest does that less. Anyways, I'm still afraid of this Flare Blitz in the sun, so I sacked both of my Pokemon, even though I only really needed to sack one. But you can never be too safe. I've been to Slowking again. I know that probably live, but I just go Weavile just in case I get like a nasty crit or something. Turned out to be like Life Orb, Expert Belt, U-turn, something. It does 30%. It shocked me. I thought it would be more, but I guess it is an Infernape. Yeah, we win that game. Oh yeah, here's the 7th game. Chasing him around, trying to get him. That's a Weavile lead. I always just click Mach Punch here. If it is Fake Out, I can switch out and try Scizor. Actually, makes a really weird play. He goes into his paper thin Alakazam, takes 50% from a Mach Punch. That was so hilarious to me. BRELOOM is so strong. I'm going with Nidoking next, but like I have a Focus Sash. I don't lose to anything. I can't even get frozen or poisoned because of sheer force. So yeah, I pick up a 2nd kill with BRELOOM. Super nice. BRELOOM is a super underrated fighting type in this tier. Even if without Spore, it does lots of damage. Anyways, I click Bullet Seed here just in case he doesn't go for just in case he goes for Shell Smash, because Cloyster's can be very scary. He actually wins the speed tie here. I'm like adamant 31 speed. I guess it was a Jolly. Cloyster or just one speed tie. I got Crobat here. I gotta fake him out, make him think that I misplayed, but nah, I Giga Drained and I killed him. That was so funny. He goes into his Weavile now. I do die to an Ice Shard because my defense is pitiful. So I go into my Scizor. He has to use Ice Liquid Crash, which is very weird. But what can you do? I click U-turn here and actually go back into my Crobat. So it has Heat Wave on deck. It actually turned out to be way more of a dangerous threat than I thought. It was Choice Band Scizor. Oh damn. At this point, I know that my own Scizor can win. But I do make a blunder. Because I'm under the impression that it's Choice Scarf. I do Scout with Slowking, because I know that can I go either go for like a Flamethrower or Thunder Wave. So he clicked Thunder Wave. At this point he's probably gonna Paraflinch me down. So I go into Scizor again. And then into my Gliscor. Because at this point I just need to find a sack so that Weavile can come in, because Weavile is naturally faster than this. And can Choice Band Ice Crash it. So yeah, sack my Gliscor. I make a mistake and I prolong the battle by roosting. I get off rocks though, which is nice because just in case if I need Scizor to clean up, Scizor can clean up unboosted. Yeah, here's where I click roost. I should never click roost. Just click Air Slash. So I just start spamming Earthquake. Can I skip this? 30 seconds ahead. I don't think it was 30 seconds ahead where I started doing stuff. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, so I know there's a play that I missed. Yeah, right here. I set up rocks because it did turn out to be defog. So I set up rocks on the turn that I die because he doesn't have a chance to click defog, and I just go into my Weavile, Icicle Crash, and beat him. Okay. All the people I call him in this video, I don't mean it. I don't mean to misgender them. It's just that what I'm used to. So I'm sorry for watching this video if I refer to you as a gender. I don't mean it. So yeah, at this point, Scizor can just come in and win. I'm 7-0 now. I want to say I would be 8-0 if I didn't disconnect. We'll watch the game still. I think I played really well this game. So it's a rain team, but I have a BRELOOM and a Slowking. And I look at this guy, and I look at my Crobat, and I think it's gonna destroy. So yeah, I go into Slowking. He gets a crit. Unfortunately, I still click Power Gem because he can still go into his Crawdon or his Pelipper. At this point, I click Side Shock. I do massive damage. It's a Whirlpool set, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool Whirlpool Lantern. I click Power Gem now because I know he's gonna Volt Switch out to either Crawdon or Pelipper. This was HP Electric, it would have been way more riskier because it's Vault Absorb Lantern. Anyways, Power Gem destroys this Pelipper. Pretty good. I forget what I do now. I actually click Surf, yeah. I clicked Surf. I should have clicked Side Shock again. Or Power Gem again. But I was expecting the Scizor to come out to expect like Side Shock. Or even the Crawdon and Rain Boosted Surf. Smack them up. Yeah, he goes into Lantern again. At this point, my Gliscor is really useless in rain matchups, and I know it can live like a Scald. So I go into it. I can still set up my rocks. Clicks Whirlpool, then fine, because Lantarn's trapped in with me as well. And Gliscor has Earthquake. I click Stealth Rock here. I expect either Ludicolo or even the Pelipper again to come out. But yeah, Ludicolo comes out. At this point, I'm thinking BRELOOM with a Focus Sash can beat this. And once this is dead, I don't have to worry about speed control. My Crobat can come in because it's Inner Focus and Air Slash can't flinch Inner Focus Pokemon. So yeah, I Bullet Seed here. Once this dies, I expect him to bring out like a Togekiss. I expect him to bring out Togekiss, and that's where I would go to Slowking again, get my Regenerator, and do things from there. So yeah, that's pretty much when I disconnect, which is very unfortunate, because my Crobat was pretty much set. I could set up on the Scizor as well. And that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed. I might be doing more videos like this with cool little new different Pokemon. Let me know what you thought. Any plays I should have made. Any people I should have clicked that you saw on the map. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.